The morning sky was a canvas of deep blue, streaked with golden hues as the sun crept over the horizon. Henry awoke not to the sound of an alarm, but to the soft light filtering through the curtains, whispering promises of a new day. As he lay there, a sense of determination washed over him. Today was going to be different. He slipped out of bed, careful not to disturb Sarah, and pressed a gentle kiss to her forehead. The warmth of her skin brought comfort, a fleeting reminder of the love he held dear. Every step felt heavy, laden with the weight of his ambitions, a promise he had made to himself and his family, to create a life filled with luxury and freedom, far removed from their humble beginnings. Henry had always dreamed of riches, envisioning a life where his family never had to worry about money. Each day at the steel mill was a stark reminder of the gap between his dreams and reality. His hands, rough and calloused, told the story of countless hours spent laboring for their survival. But beneath the surface, an unquenchable desire flickered, a desire to break free from the chains of financial struggle. That flicker turned into a flame when, after months of diligent research, Henry made a bold investment that paid off spectacularly. Suddenly, wealth poured in, and their lives transformed. They bought a beautiful home in a friendly neighborhood, complete with a yard where Emily and Jake could run and play. For a moment, it felt like a dream realized. Bills no longer piled up, and Sarah's face radiated relief as she moved through their bright, spacious kitchen. The children had new clothes, new toys, and laughter filled their home once more. But with success came insatiable ambition. The allure of more riches lured Henry deeper into the world of finance. The late nights he had hoped to leave behind became his new reality as he climbed the corporate ladder, chasing greater opportunities and larger paychecks. The family dinners that once filled their home with warmth and laughter were replaced by hurried meals and phone calls. His absence left a gaping hole that no amount of hard work could fill. Dinner time became a lonely affair. Sarah would set the table for 4, yet only 3 seats were filled. Emily, old enough to sense the change, would stare at the empty chair where her father used to sit, confusion clouding her young face. Jake, blissfully unaware, would simply ask, "When's Daddy coming home?" His innocent voice pierced Sarah's heart, echoing the longing they all felt. "Soon, sweetheart. He's working hard for us," she would reply, forcing a smile, though her heart ached with every word. She missed Henry, missed the laughter, the late-night talks where they dreamed together of a future filled with love. Now, silence hung in the air like a heavy shroud. One evening, after an especially taxing day, Henry returned home to a quiet house. Setting his suitcase down, he anticipated the excited shouts of his children, but found only stillness. As he stepped into the living room, he saw Sarah sitting on the couch, her eyes fixed on the television, though she wasn't really watching. "Where are the kids?" he asked, breaking the stillness. "They're asleep," Sarah replied, her tone distant, her gaze empty. The gap between them felt insurmountable. "How have you been?" he ventured, trying to bridge the silence. "Busy," she said, the word heavy with unspoken emotions. Henry felt the weight of her sadness, the bottled-up anger. Finally, she turned to him, tears glistening in her eyes. "Henry, we barely see you anymore. The kids, they miss you. I miss you." His heart sank. "I'm doing this for you guys," he said softly, desperation creeping into his voice. "I want to give you everything." We don't need more, Henry. We just need you. Her words hit him hard, echoing in his mind. The next weekend, determined to reclaim his family, Henry took a rare day off. They spent the day at a nearby amusement park, surrounded by laughter and joy. As they rode roller coasters and shared cotton candy, he felt a spark of happiness reignite, a sense of belonging he had thought lost forever. That evening, as they curled up on the couch, Henry made a promise. "I'm done with the late nights. I want to be here with you and the kids. I'm not going anywhere." Sarah's eyes glistened with hope, the tension of countless nights melting away. "I've waited so long to hear you say that," she whispered, resting her head on his shoulder. But the next morning, everything changed. The sun streamed through the curtains, and Emily and Jake burst out of bed, their excitement palpable. "Daddy! Daddy!" they shouted, racing down the hall, eager to surprise him with breakfast. Sarah watched them, her heart swelling with happiness. But when she peeked into the bedroom, her smile vanished. Henry lay still, his face serene, as if he had finally found peace. Panic surged through her as she rushed to his side, shaking him gently. "Henry, wake up!" she cried, desperation choking her voice. But he didn't stir. Her heart sank as she checked for a pulse, dread filling her. The realization crashed down. Henry was gone. The doctor later confirmed it was his heart. The years of relentless ambition and stress had taken their toll. The very drive that had propelled him toward success had ultimately robbed him of the most precious thing: time with his family. At the funeral, Sarah stood by his grave, Emily and Jake beside her, their faces stained with tears. Friends and family offered condolences, but none of their words could fill the emptiness that engulfed her. Henry had given them everything: the house, the comforts, the security. But all Sarah had ever wanted was him. Now, as Sarah clutched the hands of their children, staring at the grave of her beloved man who had given everything but kept nothing for himself, she realized one harsh truth. Time had always been running out, and Henry had never seen it coming. It was something slipping through his fingers, something no promotion or paycheck could ever replace. As the final handful of dirt fell onto Henry's grave, she whispered through her tears, "You promised us more time." But time, it seemed, was a luxury Henry could never afford. Ambition is a powerful force that can lead to great success. But when it comes at the expense of the things that truly matter, like family, love, and personal happiness, it becomes a hollow victory. Henry's relentless pursuit of wealth blinded him to the priceless moments he could never buy back. In the end, it wasn't the riches or the luxury that mattered. It was the time he could have spent with his loved ones. This story serves as a reminder that the true cost of ambition is measured not by money, but by the moments we miss with those who matter most. Success should never come at the price of sacrificing the people we love. Balance is key, and time with family is the greatest wealth we can ever have. So remember, chasing dreams is important, but don't let them cost you the dream you're already living.